The city inspectors flagged the job site.
Joe, overall, what are your thoughts?
This is pretty messed up.
Obviously the garage roof has a hole in it. That was a given. We are in the house. This probably looks a little bit different than when you guys saw it last. It's all staged. It is all ready to be put on the market, so I'm excited about this place. The city inspectors flagged the job site. So what does that mean? We are going to dive into that in today's video, just to give you a little bit of background, a little bit of story, and we'll take it from there. So when the city inspectors, they require you to pull permits on the job site. It can be first off, it can be a pain in the ass in most cases. And then secondly, when there's open walls, when there's open floors, when there's all a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, they require you to bring it up to today's code. So as you can see behind me, we're doing some drywall already. The guys have the stuff ripped out. They have the windows taped off to try and avoid the issue of the city inspectors. That did not work. So now what we're gonna have to do, I actually did it already today. I submitted the permit request. I let them know we're doing a bathroom remodel, we're doing a kitchen remodel, we're patching in some drywall in hopes that this isn't a complete disaster when it comes to inspections, when it comes to basically increasing the cost drastically on the job site, and we can still get away with a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. But you can see behind me, this is the old tub area. They kills the walls, they got rid of any of the mold-like residue left on them. One bedroom is drywalled, the ceiling will be drywalled. This whole place should be finished with drywall probably Monday. They'll start taping it. They're gonna have to texture everything again. But overall, the bad foundation house that I'm standing in is turning out extremely well. So we will see what happens. We'll go from there, but let's get on to the next one and we'll take you guys along on the journey, of course. So if you fail to pull permits on a property, what ends up happening is the city can submit a stop work order. In this case, they did not. They just sent us the violation notice, and they didn't send it to us. We bought it from a wholesaler, so they sent it to him, and then he sent that to us. Long story short, what we have to do is then submit the request via the online portal. I have a contractor license, and this is why it is so vital to either be a licensed contractor, know a licensed contractor, so you can pull these permits for the job sites. And depending upon the job, depending upon the severity of the remodel, we either will pull them or we won't pull. But in all instances, we always have licensed contractors doing the work. We might not always pull the permits, but we always have licensed contractors doing the work, such as electricians, plumbers, that sort of thing. And then I verify all the work that was done. But we are in the house. This probably looks a little bit different than when you guys saw it last. It's all staged. It is all ready to be put on the market, so I'm excited about this place. And this, honestly, it turned out way better than I ever anticipated. This was that sub 2 deal. We had acquired it for right around 90-some thousand, stuck about 25, 30 into it. I think we can make a quick 20 on this, get the cash back, and then we will be sitting in very, very good shape. But honestly, the white quartz counters, the black trim, the color scheme that we use in here, I absolutely love. The little bit of extra cost we have into the quartz counters or the tile backsplash or the miscellaneous like customization pieces, I just think it pays off tenfold. Like some of our houses, we've actually seen a drastic reduction in sale price, about 10% versus what the as completed appraisal has been coming in at. So that is concerning. But if you buy properties at a deep discount, which I'll show you later in this video how we're doing it, how those conversations sound, ultimately you can still make a profitable flip or rental property depending upon what you're buying it for. So we're to the point, they're texturing, the drywall is all hung. Of course we have the stop work order. We got the permit, don't worry about that. Electrical's being roughed in, plumbing should be roughed in hopefully tomorrow or the following day. But what the process looked like for this. So I'm in a good room with some good lighting with the drywall. On all the exterior walls, they need to put up insulation, vapor barrier, drywall to meet our code here in Oshkosh. And then of course they're doing all the texturing work now, so that's turned out really well. Keep getting these phone calls nonstop. We will give them a ring back though. But yeah, they knocked down texture, The ceiling, they could have done a little bit better job. We won't worry about that. But yeah, the living room area is looking phenomenal. We had like 5-6 guys here doing all this. We're gonna do some, we probably should have done some recessed lighting in here just to make it a little bit brighter. But as you guys can tell, this is like a bowling alley room. Back corner will be the kitchen. We have appliances in here. We have other material in here already, so we'll see. But I think windows are coming in like a couple weeks or maybe next week. This place is turning really fast. The only concern is when they jack up the house or raise the house a little bit to get the foundation work done. Is that gonna affect the drywall? Are they gonna have to patch some stuff or skip trowel some stuff or re-texture? I guess only time is gonna tell on that side. We will, of course, keep you guys involved on the process and take it from there. So Joe's first time seeing this basement. Let's go down and see what he has to say on this side. Joe, overall, are your thoughts?
This is pretty messed up.
Worst basement you've ever seen?
Definitely by far worst basement I've ever seen. This is insane. I've seen some bad basements, but all the walls are gonna need.
Not all of them. So the plan, we're rebuilding, definitely this wall behind me, the one that is buckling. At least, like, blocks are like 8 inches wide. I think in both of these areas, it is bowing more than 8 inches, so that's obviously a no-no. I'm not even sure how the house is still seeing. So we got this wall, we got this wall. That one's caving in, that one's done. But the thought is they can save just by excavating. So they start digging down with the excavator. They have to rip out the stoops, everything on the outside, dig down, push it back out with like steel or posts, jacks, everything like that. But I think we can save this one, this far one, and maybe even like the back portion of the house. And the lighting's terrible down here, so I apologize about that. But and it's freezing down here. I think there's icicles. Look at that. We've got I know. It tells you how cold it is around here. So that just continually leaks. Got the good old lemon pepper seasoning on there. Yeah, but Joe said when he walked in that he thought we were trying to avoid these big rehabs, which I agree with him. So this is probably one of the larger ones that we've done to date. And I'm hopeful. I know I saw some of the comments from last time. I'm hopeful that this turns out that we stay right around that 40 grand for all the foundation work. I'm expecting that we will, and I have blood all over my hand. I'm expecting we will, but hopefully the foundation guys can save us a buck, not overcharge us. The drywall work and everything like that, we currently have about 15 grand into what's done so far with material, with labor. So that's not too shabby. But now, let's get into some direct mail marketing. I know you guys are interested. I know you're wondering what we're doing now, what we've learned, and how to come across deals like this on your own. And to make things a little bit easier on the guys, I don't know if any of you have used this before, but we bought one of those like knockdown texture guns that you hook it up to the air compressor, basically point and shoot. You fill it with drywall mud, and then it makes it a little bit easier. It's heavy as hell, but then they just shoot across the wall. They hit it with the, let's see if I have one, the long trowels, which keeps things very easy. So like one of those things. One other thing that I don't think I mentioned, and maybe I did in the previous video, I can't even remember at this point, but obviously the garage roof has a hole in it. That was a given. So to rip off this, we'll probably have to like sister in these 2x4s. Well, they're not terrible. They're not really that rotted. I'm sure the city will make us do it, but we have to rip off this back garage siding, replace the sheeting, tie back, re-put on the siding. So that'll be fun. It's always an interesting thing. Garage slab here in Wisconsin, normally they crack up. This one's in phenomenal condition, given the repairs that needed on the other place. But yeah, garage roof, garage door, garage siding. The bills keep adding up, but it should be a good project. We're learning a bunch. We're learning a bunch of lessons on this one. So the last thing I want to address in this video is the way to generate leads effectively, cost effectively. And what we found
from recent studies on our side. So I'm in the podcast studio. If you guys haven't tuned in to the Midwest Mogul Show. But regardless, so we got some postcards. You guys have seen some B-roll of the postcards, the letters that we've sent out. And what Joe and I have been discussing is the fact that postcards are not getting the ROI the same as what letters do for us. And we have built a brand around the CB Home Solutions name and brand in and of itself. So when people search the brand, and some of these are unbranded postcards, but on the letters, we are always branded. We have the CB Home Solutions logo, we have the website, we have everything. And it seems to work significantly better for us. And we've been strictly mailing absentee owners some high equity lists, but the letters, although they're a lot more costly, they seem to be getting a better ROI for us when it comes to mailing these homeowners, when it comes to reaching out to them, having conversations. The quality across the board has been better. So that's where, I don't know what it would be like in your business, but for us, letters seem to be doing the trick. We've been getting a consistent flow of leads, of deals. But if you guys have questions, if you want me to dive into that further in another video, drop a comment down below. But I appreciate you watching. As always, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.